Check. Check. 1, 2.
Yeah, I'm not on. I can't hear myself. I can't hear. I plugged. I can't hear myself. Huh. I can't hear nothing else. Not a thing. Nope. There we go. All right, folks. Good evening, McBee Panther fans around the area, around the state, around the country, around the world. Thanks for hanging with us. I'm Chris Lloyd, your voice of the Panthers. Got Terry Tiller next to me tonight. Terry's leaving. It's Wednesday again. 2 weeks in a row, Terry. You're leaving on a Wednesday. Need a little extra prayer tonight for me, Terry, if you don't mind, please. Folks, we had a little delay in the action. We got here right about, I'd say, 4:45, I think I walked in. And it was lightning around, and next thing you know, 10 minutes later, a big downpour for a good 5 minutes. Water all over the field, but as you can see, the grounds crew got it ready. The sun was out, dried it out a little bit, and we are good to go play some softball. We will not start, though, again until about 6:30. Thanks for hanging around with us. It's me tonight. Terry's hanging around, but he's leaving here shortly. I've got Ava sitting next to me tonight. Austin's up here as well, because I think Austin came up here because he knows I'm going to play some Bob Seger at some point tonight. That's all it's about. Austin's a Bob Seger guy. Thank you, Austin. Absolutely, man. Hey, by the way, Terry, I didn't tell you this. I told Austin, remember, we played last week, scored 21 runs, against Williston Elk. You weren't here. I told Austin, I said, when we go to Whitmire, that's the guy going to keep the scoreboard because superstition, with runs and everything. So if we can get back tomorrow, it might have to see if Austin. We'll just see. We'll see. We'll see, folks. So let's kind of set you up for where we are tonight. So this is an elimination game. We are home. We are in McBee tonight. 77 degrees, partly cloudy after that rainstorm. We're good to go. Should be no more rain tonight. Always fun. Got some kids over there from Calhoun County running through the little puddles in front of the dugout. Pretty cool. But the field's in really good shape, and we're going to be ready to go here shortly in about 12 minutes. Okay, so let's set you up, folks. This is the elimination game, Class 1A District 4 elimination game. So the winner of tonight's game will go tomorrow back to Whitmire. We'll go to Whitmire and have to beat them twice to win the district championship. The loser of this game, folks, that's the end of their season, and we go home. One of us, Calhoun County or us, will go home after tonight. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. I want to thank Mr. Terry Taylor again for setting all this up. We went to Whitmire last night. I'll get to that in a second. We went there for an 8-minute game. Right, Ava? 8-minute game. And because I'll get to that in a second. I'll explain the protest and everything for those who still kind of lost on the protest or what happened. I'll get to that in just a second. I'll explain. And so we were at Whitmire last night for an 8-minute game. Lost 3-1. And on the way home, Terry said, hey, man, I'm going to broadcast tomorrow. I said, well, Terry, let's go ahead and just set it up tonight. So Ava and Terry and myself came up here last night about 9 o'clock. Stayed up here a little while setting this stuff up so we could get it ready for you today. So thanks for tuning in, folks. We really appreciate it. Again, 77 partly cloudy here in McBee. I'll be going on and off in a second. But I'll go ahead and get you straight. The umpires haven't met with Donna yet. Got some songs up here I got to play too. This is the best part, Ava, the home game. I got to do the microphone. I got to do this. I got to play some music, man. It's just good stuff. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Got to love it. Now it's like trying to, I'm sorry, folks. I'm not, whatever. I'm just trying to find another song here we can play. And, let's see. I got that off. Yeah. Everybody's waiting. It's like it's real quiet outside right now. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, what's he doing? Is he going to play a song? You know what I mean? Nothing like say what? Yeah, when my music came on, the rap stopped. And the best part is before the game, I'm out there on the field helping Donna and Bill, and the music plays, and when it stops, that's because somebody's calling my phone. I'm like, dang, in the middle of the song. Here we go. So, all right, so I'll go ahead and set you guys up, folks. It's been a whirlwind week last week for the Lady Panthers. Last Wednesday, the playoffs started. We won 21-1 here a week ago tonight against Williston Elko. Then Friday, we had to travel to Whitmire. So we get there. It was 3-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Whitmire had a runner on first and one out. There was a bunt in front of the plate. David Bird picked it up, threw it to first, but it hit the girl in the head. Goes down the right field line. The girl from first scores. The girl that bunted it got thrown out at third base. 4-1. That's it. Go, 2 outs. But the umpires talked, and Coach Donna just went up to one of the umpires, the home plate umpire, and said, hey, look, was there interference on the batter? Was she in the baseline? And he said, that's what we're talking about right now. Well, they agree that there was interference on the batter. Okay, everybody agreed on that. It's just she's out automatically. But the umpire at home plate, instead of sending the runner back to first, what the rule says, he said, no, she's allowed to advance. So she scored, and Donna said no, and everybody knows that's not right. So, honestly, it could have been nipped in the bud like that. But the home plate umpire stuck to his things, and nope, they were allowed. She's allowed to score. So then Donna, before the next pitch, protested, and that's why McBee had to go back to Whitmire yesterday. So we were supposed to play Monday, but it rained. You've seen a bunch of rain since Saturday. So we were supposed to go to Whitmire Monday, but it rained. So we went yesterday, got up there, played 8 minutes. We got the first out. It was actually 2 outs. We resumed the game, and the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. David Bird threw out the base runner on first, trying to steal second. Then Kendra Chestnut at the top of the second hit a double to center field. Olivia Talbot popped up to the second baseman. Lake and Allison grounded out to the shortstop, and then Addison Lloyd popped up to the center fielder. And, folks, that was the ball game. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. But, hey, we got to go to Wendy's on the way home, didn't we? Didn't we, Ava? That's all that matters. We stopped at Wendy's. I got me a grilled chicken wrap. You got a loaded baked potato or something? A what? Bacon and cheese, baked potato. You were trying to eat healthy. And then right next to a big old pair of fries, a big old load of fries. Yeah, healthy eating. There you go. So, folks, that's where we are. So, Calhoun County, the visiting team tonight. Us, McBee Course home team. And, again, the winner is going to play tomorrow. We're going to turn back around, have to go. Winner of this game will go to Whitmire tomorrow and have to beat them twice. So, let's hope that's us, ladies and gentlemen. And if we do go tomorrow, there's a pretty good shot that Terry will take his stuff, and looks like we are going to broadcast again tomorrow. That'll be a 5 o'clock start if we get to play tomorrow. But we don't want to overlook anything. We got to get this game in first to make sure we take care of business here. The visitors, the Calhoun County Saints, they started the playoffs. They lost last week to they got beat 16-1 by Whitmire in the first game. Then turned around in the loser's bracket game and beat Williston-Elko 19-1. And that was kind of an upset because during the season, Williston-Elko beat Calhoun County twice by more than 10 runs. So that's why that was kind of an upset last night, I guess you could say. On Saturday. So that's why Calhoun County is here. Don't know much about them. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I didn't do much perusing. They finished 4th in the region with Williston-Elko. Williston-Elko finished 3rd. They finished 4th. A team called Horse Creek won that region. So, hey, good job, Orioles. Orioles played a doubleheader today, lost both, Ava. Orioles struggling this year, folks. Don't know what to do. Capitals, number 1 seed in hockey. If you're a hockey fanatic, people at home going, Chris, we don't care about hockey. I do. It's good stuff. Hockey coming back to Florence, by the way. It was the PD Pride. Remember, they left. Now they're going to be called oh, my God, what are they going to be called? The Florence something Cats? I forget. They had a contest to get it going, and somebody won the contest. And dadgummit, I cannot remember for the life of me what the name is of the new hockey team, Ava. I'm sorry. So here we go. Folks, I'm going to go off for a few minutes. The umpires, as you can see, are meeting at home plate with Coach Donna and the coach of Calhoun County. I'm going to do the starting lineups, national anthem. We're going to go just mute for about the next 5 or 10 minutes. We're going to come right back. You're still going to stay on your screen right there. So, again, Chris Lloyd here with you tonight. Ava tonight. Terry went to church. Ava decided she was going to be a heathen and stay here instead of go to church with her dad. Hopefully he prays for both of us. And why Ava's here, folks, she doesn't have the headset on, but we're going to find out just how much she partied at College of Charleston this year. We're going to find out. College of Charleston. 2.5 hours, 3 hours away from mom and dad. Absolutely, man. What game was it your dad was up here and said, hey, Ava's watching. There was that picture. You said it was an energy drink. Remember that? Yeah. And you got to well, sometime tonight we'll talk about Scout and her love for sharks. Is that right? Yeah, whatever. Folks, we're going to go dead here for about the next 5 or 10 minutes. We're going to keep the screen on. I'm going to do the starting lineups for both teams, and then I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Lloyd here with Ava tonight. Ava Tiller's going to sit in for her dad, who's at church, ladies and gentlemen. The only holy one in the group. Hopefully he's saying some prayers for me and us tonight while he's there. I want to thank Mr. Terry Taylor, folks, for all he does, man, putting this on so we can sit here and watch. And so you guys at home can tune in to watch as well. Good stuff. Great picture, great audio, except for the guy talking all the time. Sorry about that. But, hey, it is what it is. All right, again, elimination game here between the Calhoun County Saints and your McBee Lady Panthers. Winners got to go on the road tomorrow to play the Whitmire Lions. Leading off for the Saints, topping it first. Catcher number 7, Michaela Craven. Michaela Craven's going to lead off for Calhoun County. Again, folks, don't know much about this team. Sorry I didn't do my homework enough. That's not good of a person who's trying to broadcast the game for you tonight. Let's set up the defense for you tonight. Left field's going to be Jenna Newsom. Center field, Terwin Kelly. Right field, Addison Lloyd. Olivia Talbert at third base. Lily Beasley at short. Sydney Matthews at second. Kendra Chestnut at first. First pitch from Irvin. A little bit high, but called a strike. Irvin on the mound, of course, and Dava Bird behind the plate. That will set up and start. Irvin rocks back. Second pitch, swing and miss. Strike 2. So after a rain delay at 4:45, right about 5 o'clock, man, it absolutely lightning for a little bit because, as you know, Lloyd's not a lightning guy. I do not like lightning. And a good storm. 3 straight pitches, and just like that, the first out of the game. Shortstop number 5, Kaylee Carter. 3 pitches, first out. Brings up shortstop number 5, Kaylee Carter. Lots to talk about tonight, too. We got a lot going on. Talking about protests as Carter swings through a fastball there for strike 1. We'll talk about another protest that's happening that affects the baseball team as they will travel tomorrow. Just don't know where yet. Thought it was Abbeville. Abbeville lost the first game of the district title last night. The Panthers won their district title last night with a 5-4 victory over Great Falls. So then it looked like we were going to go to Abbeville. Abbeville was in a dogfight, low and inside, ball 2. And next thing you know, Abbeville wins 3-2. Get back today, start talking to one of the coaches at school, Coach Hawkins, of course, the head coach of the 2016 state championship baseball team. And he said, hey, man, did you hear where Abbeville, apparently the game in Abbeville is under protest? I said, do what? Texted my buddy Chris Martin at Whitmire, got some info, and sure enough, Horse Creek protested a call in the 6th inning that would have tied the game up. Carter fouls it off the right-hand side. Count still stays 2-2 here. First inning, 1 out, top of the first here, McBee, Calhoun County. And so they are playing right now, so I'm going to have to get on Game Changer in just a second. Look, that game was to start tonight at 6 o'clock to finish. So the boys are sitting by patiently waiting to see where they go tomorrow. Inside on the corner, but that was called a ball. Good pitch by Irvin right there. Look, too far inside, according to the umpire. So Irvin goes full count to the shortstop, Kaylee Carter. Rocks back. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, same spot, but this time he's going to call it strike 3. Take it once, but not twice. Left fielder number 23, Mackenzie Sykes. And that brings up the left fielder number 23. That brings up Mackenzie Sykes. Got to get my song ready. The first song tonight is actually for Officer Brown. I think it was outside there. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to. Officer Brown was in my class today. I said, hey, man, I'll play that song for you tonight. So I got to find it. There it is. Sorry, folks, trying to get the next song ready. As Sykes takes strike 1. So anyway, Abbeville and Horse Creek are playing right now. I haven't checked my game change yet. Whoever wins that game, the baseball team will go there tomorrow for a 6 o'clock game in game 1 of the Upper State. And McBee's going to be full throttle. They'll be without one pitcher, and that's JJ. They got their staff ready to roll. And Hayden Griggs will probably take the mound tomorrow night. They're ace. Ball in the dirt right there, 2-2. So the Panthers will be loaded tomorrow. Coach Josh got them playing. So best of luck tomorrow to the baseball team. And we'll talk about that again as the night goes on. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Irvin. Swing and miss, strike 3. So she strikes out the side. Oh, no. There it is, okay. For the Saints, top of the first, no runs, no hits, none left on. We go to the bottom of the first. Special requested song for Officer Brown. I don't know if Officer Brown's even here. Is he here? Have I seen him? I told him I would play this song. I thought he was going to be here. I don't even see him. OB's not here. I'm playing his jam. What? I'm a little confused by his tactics. Let's do a little game changer. See what's happening over there. And, folks, I know I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. Let's see what's happening, though, in Abbeville. Let's see what the verdict is. So they are 3-3. Let's see where they're at. In the bottom of the 8th. Wow. So Abbeville and Horse Creek still playing, and the winner gets McBee tomorrow at home. So Coach Tiller's probably sitting there like, yeah, I'm loving this, folks. And he should be. Wow. We'll talk about it again a little bit later, folks, as we go on through tonight, man. Awesome stuff. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not leaving you here. I'm getting a text. Somebody wanted to know about some stuff going on with pitching restrictions and stuff in the game. But no, here we are. So we're going to be following some games. We're following this game, of course, following what's going on in Abbeville for the baseball team. Lead off for the Lady Panthers, bottom of the first. Catcher number 21, Dava Bird. Played a song for Officer Brown. The man didn't even show up, dude. Who does that? All right, folks, Dava Bird leading off for the Lady Panthers, bottom of the first here. On the mound for Calhoun County. She rips someone down the line. It's a fair ball off the bag. Rounds first. She's going for 2. Left fielder throws it in. It's going to be late. So Dava Bird starts off this game with a double. Good start for the Lady Panthers. Second baseman number 5, Sydney Matthews. She takes low and outside for ball 1. So good start for the Lady Panthers here. On the mound again, for Calhoun County is going to be number 25, Madison Parker. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Matthews hits a fly ball to center field. It's going to be a little shallow, but it's caught by the center fielder. Bird needs to get back, and she does. Good catch right there by Marissa Craven. Shortstop number 2, Lily Beasley. Brings up senior shortstop number 2, Lily Beasley. Also the co-athlete of the year in Chesterfield County this year. So congratulations to Lily Beasley. So Bird on second with a leadoff double. And Beasley swings it high inside fastball and hits it foul down the third baseline. Strike 1. I'm not trying to be rude about this. I'm getting the text right now, Evan. I don't even know who it is. Sometimes I lose contacts and stuff. Beasley hits a ground ball down the third baseline. They call it fair. Or was it foul? He did call it foul. It was a good call because it actually wasn't fair and then bounced at the last minute in foul territory. So, good break for us. 2 strikes on Beasley right here. Took a last-minute bounce and foul. Actually, umpire was all over that. It's a good call. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Beasley. High and outside, ball 1. So Bird on second base after the leadoff double. The Saints went 3 up, 3 down in the first inning with 3 strikeouts by Taylor Irvin. Again, elimination game here, folks. Loser goes home. Winner goes to Whitmire tomorrow for a 5 o'clock contest to try to win the district championship. Bird takes a big lead but gets back to second base. Catcher runs out with the ball. 2-2 count. I hate saying that. Like I said, I get text during a game. Sometimes I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm sorry, folks. I really am. I think I've probably lost that contact. All right, full count to Lily Beasley. And I'm trying to watch this game and the game changer of Abbeville, man. And this is great news for the Panthers baseball team because Abbeville's got to use some arms. And that hits Beasley on the foot, so Bird cannot advance, but Beasley's going to take first on a hit by a pitch.
Pitcher number 10, Taylon Irvin.
Brings up pitcher Taylon Irvin. Now Abbeville's got a man on second with 1 out. First pitch to Irvin, fouled off to the left-hand side, strike 1. Panther bats have been, Whitmire has a lefty pitcher, very good. She doesn't throw extremely hard. She just hits her spots middle and outside, and a lot of balls that we hit Friday and yesterday right at people. You know how it is, folks. If you're a sports person, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the Orioles. What the heck? Here's the 0-1 to Taylon. She sits a seed down the third base line off the third baseman's glove. Shortstop backs up, but she doesn't find the ball. So Irvin with a seed down the third base line off the glove of the third baseman.
First baseman, number 13, Kendra Chestnut.
If there was anybody due for a home run, I know we talked about this the last couple of games. Kendra hasn't hit one all year. We talked about it at the game last night, and we talked about it, Ava, on the way home. Me, you, your dad, and Addison. Here's Chestnut. First pitch, bases loaded, outside ball 1. Panthers trying to kind of do what they did against Williston Elko. Williston, they had a 2-0 lead with 2 outs in the first after the 5th batter, and then 18 batters later, we were up 15-0. Maybe replay. Here's the 1-0. Low and in the dirt, ball 2. Good take right there. Hey, I got a text. Whoa, out of the blue. From one of the first people I ever met in South Carolina, Kyle Buckley. Hey, Kyle, thanks for tuning in, man. Good to hear from you through text. There's a little shallow fly ball that's going to drop between the left fielder and the third baseman. So Bird scores easily. So it's 1-0 Panthers on an RBI single by Kendra Chestnut.
Third baseman, number 4, Olivia Talbert.
Brings up Olivia Talbert. So the Panthers have loaded them. Got a base hit RBI right there from Chestnut. Writing that down, folks. Sorry. Doing it all up here. And again, still trying to watch the Abbeville game. See what the boys get to do tomorrow. Let's see. So Abbeville still according to this. See what's going on here, man. Might have to refresh it there, Ava. Still the bottom of the 8th. Abbeville is 3-3 game. Man on second. Winner is where the Panthers baseball team gets to go tomorrow. And I'm looking in the outfield. Coach Josh is here, and I think he's looking at his phone too, just like I am, trying to do a little bit. We're trying to do like 5 things up here, Ava. Here is the 2-0 to Talbot. Slow and inside, ball 3. So 3-0 to Talbot. Again, bases loaded, 1-0. Oh, I'm sorry, Eddie Rollins. I didn't know you were paying attention, Eddie. Eddie just said, man, you gave Kyle a shout out. Well, I didn't know you were paying attention. You just sent me a text, Eddie. You didn't tell me you were watching. Or unless I haven't hit your text. I'm sorry. He called that a strike. Okay. I thought it might have been outside and low, but hey, man, that's why we're up here, Ava, and we don't get paid for this. He does. Bases loaded for Olivia Talbot in the bottom of the first. 1 out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. She hits a ground ball foul down the third base line. And Abbeville wins the game, ladies and gentlemen. A double to left field, and that's the ball game. So the Panthers baseball team is going to go on the road to Abbeville tomorrow for game 1 of the upper state. Wow. 3-2 to Talbot inside, ball 4. So the Panthers scored again. That's going to move Irvin to third, Chestnut to second. Talbot takes first.
Right fielder number 11, Addison Lloyd.
Brings up, that's right, folks, the daughter, Addison Lloyd with bases loaded against Madison Parker. Here's the first pitch to Lloyd, 2-0 Panthers. Low and outside, ball 1. Good stop by the catcher, keeps it in front right there. Let me tell you something. I love my daughter, and I'm not, I'm on the radio here or the YouTube. I just hope she hits it'd be nice for her to line drive in the grass somewhere. If she hits the grass, that's what I'm talking about. So we'll see. Eddie, let me read Eddie's text. Eddie said he was watching. Oh, is he watching what? Oh, zoom in. This text is from blah, 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 zoom in. Okay, there you go, buddy. So I didn't know you were watching, Eddie. I apologize, my man. So Eddie Rollins watching back home. Miss Eddie, man. We used to sit in right field together. And we were watching the games. We actually never talked softball. We were just talking about other things in life. Like, most people just sit around and just talk about softball and this and that, what we should do and why we're doing this and blah, blah, blah. Not me. Outside for ball 2. So bases loaded here for the Panthers in the bottom of the first. They have a 2-0 lead on Calhoun County. Addison Lloyd up, the number 7 batter tonight. Here's the 2-0. She hits a fly ball towards shallow center field. It's going to actually get in. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Chestnut. Chestnut comes around. She scores. So a 2-run single for Lloyd right there. Makes it a – hold on.
Center fielder number 1, Terwin Kelly.
Uh-oh. Kyle just sent a text. I'm officially old as I'm having flashbacks of our girls playing rec ball. Yes, that's right. We are old. Frank the Tank is paying attention. Swings like her dad. That's right, except Frank, mine would have gone about 300 feet farther. Just kidding. Terwin Kelly with a fly ball to center field. And it's caught. Talbert's not going to advance right there. F8. Sorry, folks. So I'm trying to keep this book as well. I like to be updated here. So here we go.
Left fielder number 3, Jenna Newsom.
So here comes Jenna Newsom, who's been out of the lineup for a while because she had a little concussion about a month ago. So this is her first at-bat in about a month, and she takes ball 1 high. So Newsom back in the lineup tonight. That's right, Frank, golf swing. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is when I play, and Ava, you haven't really paid attention. Well, you might have. I got a friend named Frank. Well, his name's really Tommy. We call him Frank the Tank, okay? Frank the Tank lives in Chesterfield, and I always play this game where I tell everybody on TV what I'm guessing what Frank's doing right now, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what Frank's doing. 1-1 pitch, 2 outs here, bottom of the second, 4-0 McBee. Newsom, it's a little line drive up the middle. Shortstop gets it, throws it to second, but she's safe. They drop the ball, and Talbert doesn't stop running. And now the ball gets by the catcher. Lloyd's going to go to third, and Newsom's going to go to second. So E4 on the play because the second baseman dropped it. Talbert kept running.
Back to the top of the order, and the catcher number 21, Dava Bird.
So that brings up David Bird for the second time this season. I'm trying to keep a book over here, man. So Lloyd's at third. Newsom's at second. Here's the first pitch to Bird inside strike 1. All right, so we're going to play guess what Frank's doing. Are you ready, Ava? Frank's sitting in his recliner. He's got his legs propped up in his recliner. He's watching this I think he's probably watching this on his phone. I don't think he's got it on his TV because he's usually watching like Gunsmoke or something on his TV. Honestly, seriously. He's going to reply in a minute when I tell him. Okay, so he's sitting in his recliner. He's got his legs propped up. He's got a big chew in his mouth. He does. He's got a big chew in his mouth. He does right now. I know he does. And he's got his feet propped up, and he's watching something on TV, probably some old show. And he's watching this on his phone. All right, Frank. Tell me what I'm right and tell me what I'm wrong. Frank the Tank, the official cop of our 2018 state championship baseball team, by the way. Frank the Tank. 2-1 count to Dava. And she hits a C the left field. It gets through. 1 run scores, and Lloyd does. Here comes Newsom. Here's the throw at the plate, but it's going to be late. Bird gets to second. Now she's going to third, and I think the umpire was actually – did the umpire call her out? Or did he call interference right there? I think he called interference, if I'm not mistaken. So Lloyd scores. Newsom scores.
Second baseman number 5, Sydney Matthews.
So the Panthers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on the board in the first inning. Kind of like last Wednesday. No, Frank said he's watching us on TV tonight. Man, I'm off my game tonight. Frank's actually watching us on TV. Attaboy, Frank. Appreciate you tuning in, Frank. We always do. Kyle, again, thanks for tuning in. Eddie. Haven't heard from Mama Lloyd yet. Oh, actually, she did. She did say there was a rain delay. Sorry, but she hasn't tuned back in. Ball 1 to Matthews. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Matthews hit a fly ball to the center fielder her first time up, which is about 8 minutes ago. So the Panthers, 7 runs in the first already. Elimination game here. Winner will go to Whitmire tomorrow to play the Wolverines. And that hits Matthews.
Shortstop number 2, Lily Beasley.
Brings up Lily Beasley, who singled her first time. It hit a line drive off the – yes, I thought I was, Frank. We'll get to that in a second. Hit a line drive off third baseman's glove. And she ended up scoring as well, the second run of the game. So here's Beasley. 2 outs, bottom of the first. 7-0 McBee. First pitch, and there goes Matthews. She's going to steal second, and then she's going to throw it to the shortstop there, try to throw her off a game. All right, so Ava was half right. So he is in the recliner, and he does have a Copenhagen in his mouth. That's that boy, Frank. You never let me down. Never let me down. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Beasley. Fly ball to left field, and it's caught. So the Panthers score 7. I guess I need to get the next song ready, too. I'm sorry. Off my game. Oh, gosh, dude.
Panthers score 7 at the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second, 7-0 Lady Panthers. Folks, congrats to the baseball team for the big district victory last night over Great Falls. And after another protest, we're watching the game up here on Game Changer. The Panthers will go to Abbeville tomorrow for game 1 of the Upper State. So good luck to our Panther baseball team. And regardless of tomorrow's outcome, they will be home Saturday night, I believe, a 6 o'clock start. So good luck to our baseball team tomorrow night at Abbeville.
So the Panthers score 7. And again, folks, we'll go to the top of the second, 7-0 McBee. Again for the baseball team, and they are sitting in prime position right now because Abbeville had to burn some pitching. And if we're all over, if you're tuning in saying, what is Chris talking about, I'm all over the place tonight because we're trying to – baseball team, we're trying to figure out who they were going to play tomorrow. And there was a protest in that game last night, so Abbeville ends up winning at the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Panthers will be on the road tomorrow, a 3-hour trip to Abbeville. So good luck to the baseball team there, sitting in prime position. If they can win tomorrow, folks, home Saturday, they're sitting in the driver's seat to get to the state championship. They are 3 wins away from going back to the state championship. So good luck to Coach Josh Tiller, who's done a hell of a job with that team. Good luck to the rest of the boys tomorrow at Abbeville. Evie, looked like you liked this song a little bit, man. Can't go wrong with the Commodores, man. You could play Brick House at like any time. It's just you know what I mean? It's just like one of them
ultimate songs. Leading off for the Saints, top of the second. First baseman, number 16, Alexis Tamaya.
So the Lady Saints, top of the second inning, down 7-0 already. First pitch from Irvin's outside for ball 1. Calhoun County, by the way, I wrote this down. I had it written down just for those of you at home who like to say, where in the world is Calhoun County? Calhoun County is in, that's a strike, by the way. Calhoun County is in St. Matthews, South Carolina. About an hour and a half, slightly southwest of McBee. So good little hour and a half drive. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One of my fondest memories of Calhoun County, ladies and gentlemen, is when Terry Sow was the head football coach. We went there for a playoff football game. And at halftime, one of our fans comes on the sideline, and we're getting beat pretty bad But one of our fans comes on the sideline with like a ball 2, by the way, 2-2 count to Alexa Tamayo, the first baseman for Calhoun County. Irvin rocks back, 2-2 pitch, high, ball 3. And he's got a plate in his hand, and it was a fish platter. We're getting our brains beat in. This dude says, hey, man, they got a really good fish platter up there at the concession stand. I'm thinking, well, maybe I should go get one. Here's the full count pitch. Low, ball 4. First base runner of the night for the Saints.
Center fielder number 22, Marissa Craven.
Brings up the center fielder, Marissa Craven. Seven nothing Panthers. Top of the second. There's a fly ball. It's going to be out of play, though. Foul over here. Right behind our dugout. I got to get the next song ready. It's a song that it's the Michaela Winburn song of the day, by the way. I do it every home game, third inning. Michaela Winburn, of course, the daughter of Mark and Melissa, former softball player. She's going. There's the throw, and she's out. So Tamayo trying to steal second base, but she's caught stealing by Dava Bird. And let me tell you something, folks. Don't run on Dava. I wrote that wrong in the book. Sorry. So we got an 0-2 count right here to Craven. That makes 1 out now. She fouls it back off the net. That's the first out. That was 2-6. Sorry. Okay. So Craven still with an 0-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the second. Panthers scored 7 in the first inning. Trying to get back to Whitmire tomorrow. Trying to play 3 or 4 games in 3 days. A little change up there. Craven out in front. And that's the second out of the inning.
Second baseman number 11, Haley Carter.
Brings up number 11, Haley Carter. He's second baseman tonight. Oh, I got to find this song, by the way, for there it is. The next song that's coming up. Yes. It's going to be the Michaela Winburn song of the day. And back-to-back weeks, she's chosen Joe D. Messina. That's before your time, Ava. Ava, how old are you? You're 19. All right, and you were drinking those energy drinks at College of Charleston, which was fake. So you can tell us now, what was it really? Rum and Coke? Was it Dos Equis? Was it what most young kids drink in college because they don't have a lot of money? Was it Natty Boh? We're just kidding, sweetie. Was it energy drink? I don't know. Whatever you sent the picture to your dad that time. I had an outside ball one. So what? That was Dr. Pepper. I don't believe you. Okay. Here's the 1-2 high and outside for ball 2. By the way, this drink break right here brought to you by Diet Dr. Pepper. They're not sponsoring us, but hey, I'm giving Diet Dr. Pepper a plug. Here's the 2-2 count. Swings and miss strike 3. So, all right, here's our Michaela Winburn song of the day, folks. We're going to do it here. Here you go.
No runs, no hits for the Saints in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, 7-0 McBee. It's time for your Michaela Winburn song of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, they pay a lot of money. Pay a lot of money to do this, Ava. You know what I mean? Keep a book, try to call the game, do some announcing. You know what I mean? I think they pay me by the what? Yeah, I think they let my daughter have grilled cheese sandwiches. It's pretty good. Mark does a really good job. I know we plug them, folks, but Mark Winburn, his wife, Melissa, and Michaela run the concession stand, and they do just one hell of a job down there, and they're just great people, great supporters of the softball program. And I still don't see Officer Brown, and I'm a little upset. He must not have come tonight. I'm going to have a little talk. He said he was coming. I have a little talk with old Officer Brown, man. OB, our resource officer, man. He's been just a great guy and a great asset to McBee High as well. So the Panthers score 7 in the first. Saints have sent 6 to the plate. one base runner. Bird threw her out trying to steal second last inning. So we're now going to the bottom of the second. 4, 5, 6 coming up for the Panthers.
Leading off for your Lady Panthers in the bottom of the second, pitcher number 10, Taylin Irvin. It's Carolina. That's back when,
by the way, folks, man, I'll tell you what, that was back when country was, like, to me, man, I know we talk about this almost like every time that I call a game. High for ball one. And I tell people all the time, that's when country was country. Like now, man, to me, country just isn't country. Nothing personal, folks. I don't know, man. Nothing against Morgan Wallen, but Irvin hits a fly ball to left field, and it's caught by the left fielder there on – actually, it was in foul territory. Mackenzie Sykes makes a good catch for out number 1.
First baseman number 13, Kendra Chestnut.
Brings up Kendra Chestnut, first baseman, who singled her first time up to bring in the first run of the game. No, actually, she didn't bring in the first run of the game. I'm sorry. Yes, she did, because she had bases loaded. That's right. She hits another fly ball to left center field. That's going to drop as well. So Chestnut with another hit, her third in a row. Had a double last night in that 7th inning start of the 8-minute game.
Third baseman number 4, Olivia Talbert.
Brings up Olivia Talbert. Talbert walked her first time up. Or did she get hit by a pitch? I forgot. What did Talbert do first time up? I think she walked. Because then Addison came up after that. I mean, it's not like I got a book in front of me. I just didn't circle what she did. So, 1 out single by Chestnut. Brings up Talbert here. Talbert hits a little fly ball off to the right-hand side in foul territory, but the first baseman catches it for out number 2.
Right fielder number 11, Addison Lloyd.
Brings up right fielder Addison Lloyd, who had a 2 RBI single her first time up. Thank you. She did walk. It's good. I got people at home watching, paying attention. Kyle Buckley, she walked, Chris. Thank you. See, Kyle's paying attention. I even got a booking from me. I just didn't circle what she did. I couldn't remember. You know, it's not like I'm that couple of things going on while this is going on. You know what I mean, Ava? Here's the 1-0 to Lloyd. Outside for ball 2. I guess they tried to throw behind. I was in the book there. I guess she threw behind and got by the first baseman. Oh, so 2-0 pitch here to Lloyd with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Getting some updates, by the way. Louisville baseball lost the first game to Ware Shoals, it looks like. Oh, here's Mom. Mama Lloyd did something. I'm here watching. Thanks for tuning in, Mama Lloyd. Sorry, sometimes my texts don't go through. I have to, because I got other stuff going on. So Lloyd with a 2-0 count, runner on second. Here's the pitch. Take strike 1. Thanks for tuning in, Mama Lloyd, as usual. Frank the Tank still tuning in. Ground ball back to the pitcher and thrown out easily. So the Panthers don't score this inning. Oh, I got to go back to some songs, man. You know what I mean? I got to go back to some songs. I had nothing absolutely planned. I'm slacking tonight. I really am.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on for Lady Panthers. We go to the top of the third. McBee 7. Calhoun County 0. Winner of tonight's game, folks, travels to Whitmire tomorrow for the district championship. First game would be at 5 o'clock. Want to wish good luck also to our track athletes who will be competing for a state championship tomorrow at Lower Richland High School in Hopkins, South Carolina.
So the Panthers go scoreless there after a 7-run first. Getting some text, by the way. Let's see. So I'm reading here that, see if I can get this right. So Louisville softball won 7-0 tonight, threw a no-hitter and had 18 strikeouts. They won the district over, I forget who they're playing. And Louisville baseball lost to Ware Shoals 3-1 in the first game. Goes to game 2. Wow. We'll see. So right now, McBee baseball is the only team in the upper state that did not play 2 games for the district championship, so well rested.
Leading off for the Lady Saints in the top of the third, right fielder number 4, Ella Mina.
All right, so top of the third here in McBee, South Carolina. Elimination game in the upper state playoffs, District 4. McBee 7, Calhoun County 0. First pitch to Elamina is ball 1, right fielder. Irvin rocks back, ball 2. So the Panthers again trying to win tonight. They win tonight, they'll go on the road tomorrow. Have to go to Whitmire. Whitmire's in the driver's seat in the district right now. Somebody's got to beat them twice to win the district championship. The Panthers did it 2 years ago. Ava was on that team when they lost to High Point. Came back here and beat somebody. And then went back to High Point. We're down, I think it was 3-2 in the 7th inning. We were down 3-2 going top of the 7th. I remember sitting in right field with Eddie. And I won't lie to you, we were cussing. We were just cussing. To ourselves out loud in the back of the ears. And then we came back and scored like 9 that inning and won game 1, then forced game 2. And then after that, we just pretty much bombarded them in game 2 to win the district that year.
Third baseman number 26, Anjali Sanchez.
Third baseman, Anjali Sanchez. It's her first at bat of the night. So leadoff walk to Mina, and first pitch to Sanchez is strike 1. Panthers pretty straight up in the outfield. Actually playing shallow. You can see the outfield right now playing shallow. If Sanchez were to get a hold of one, she'd definitely get a double, possible triple here. Swings late, strike 2. Yeah, I'm kind of slacking on the song list tonight. I'm sorry, Ava. That's my job. I know that's what I get paid all that money for. Sanchez takes strike 3 on the outside corner. That's out number 1.
Designated player number 3, Farrah Wisenhunt.
Brings up the designated player, Farrah Wisenhunt. Eddie sent me a text. I don't remember cussing. That's probably good. You're right, Eddie. That's right. You don't remember cussing. Okay. And I don't remember jumping a 10-foot fence either. That's the time that the best part of that game was, you know how, well, like softball, like when I go watch a game, if I'm not up here, I'm in right field. I'm behind the fence, so I don't like to be up here with the crowd. Nothing personal. I just like to sit there by myself, whatever, and just chat about life, whatever, not listen to people complain about what a coach is doing or so-and-so doing this. I just like to sit out there. So we get to High Point. Well, High Point had that temporary fence, but then they had that big fence behind. And when we got to the game, I was sitting in the stands behind home plate. Remember High Point's field, remember that little place we played in? And Eddie and I looked at each other. I said, Eddie, we got to get on that field. I got to sit behind that right field. So we go down the right field line, and we actually jump a 10-foot fence. Eddie did it with ease. I was actually, can't lie to you, 3-1 now to Wisenhunt. I was probably, 40 pounds heavier, but I made it. And we watched that game and that second one from behind the temporary fence in right field. Wisenhunt looks at strike 2. So 1 out here in the top of the third, 7-0 McBee in the elimination game. Number 9 hitter for Calhoun County. Here's the payoff pitch from Irvin. Swings and misses, strike 3. Just what the doctor ordered right there.
Catcher number 7, Michaela Craven.
Brings up Michaela Craven, who struck out looking her first time up in the first inning. Ava, is there a song you want to hear tonight? Anything special since you're up here helping out? Say that again? Nothing. What? Bohemian Rhapsody? I don't know if I've got that. Do I? I can look it up, but I gotta play some Bob Seger for my boy Austin Allison down there. Inside corner, strike 1. Austin, his daughter Lakin plays, but Austin was up here last week, maybe Wednesday, keeping the score. When I got talking about Bob Seger, he said, "Dude, that's my all-time favorite artist." I said, "Get out of here." He said, "No, love some Bob Seger, man." Outside ball 2. 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Michaela Craven. Saints have a runner on first. 2 outs here in the top of the third. 7-0 Lady Panthers. Wow. Outside for ball 3. Look good. But again, we're up top. We're not the ones getting paid to call balls and strikes, Ava. Inside for ball 4. So Irvin, 2 walks this inning.
Shortstop number 5, Kaylee Carter.
And don't be shocked if you see Talbert come in here soon. Mainly because Irvin pitched, last night, even though it was just a little bit of an inning, but Carter fouls it back off the netting. But if you do win this game, and the McBee Panthers look like they should, you want to save a little bit for tomorrow as well, resting. I think tomorrow's supposed to be like 89, 90 degrees. That's what I'm talking about. Here's the 0-1. High, ball 2. So it's going to be ball 1. 1-1 to Carter. Struck out looking her first time up as well. Irvin gets the sign, rocks back. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2 this time. A little wild this inning. She's kind of out of the zone. After the first inning, mowing them down. Second inning, mowing them down. Kind of just a little out of it this inning. 2 walks already. And now a 2-1 count to the number 2 hitter, Kaylee Carter. First and second for the Saints. Swings late through a fastball, strike 2. I got my next song playing, by the way. It's going to be from a boy Austin down there. It's going to be some Bob Seger. Already got it ready. Here's the 2-2. High and outside, ball 3. So runners will be moving on the pitch right here on first and second. So the Saints have first and second, 2 outs. 7-0 McBee, top of the third. Saints trying to get a little rally going right here. Full count. And there's a pop-up, and it looks like it should be caught by Kendra Chestnut, and it will.
No runs, no hits, 2 left on for the Saints. We go to the bottom of the third, 7-0 McBee.
Who? Molly Rollins is paying attention. She's watching, or is she with him? Is she with him? Find out. Is she with him or not? Find out. Where is Molly? So we got people who are tuning in tonight, and they get mad at me because I can give her a shout-out. Folks, all you got to do is let me know you're listening. Give you the shout-out, man. I do it all the time. She's not watching with her dad. There's no way her and Eddie are watching the game together. There is no possible way. They're all together? No way. So shout-out to the Rollins crew who's watching. So Eddie gets a shout-out. Now Molly wants one. She's upset. So Molly, former catcher here at McBee High. Sorry, Molly. Shout-out to you, sweetie. Hope you're doing well. Congrats on your first year of college softball, by the way, man. Good stuff. Proud of you. Making the Panthers proud. You just can't go wrong with Bob Seger, man. Do you like Bob Seger? Do you know who Bob Seger is? You're 19. It's a great song. What are you trying to say? It's old. What? Yeah, it is, honey. You're right. Bob Seger's 80 years old. He turned 80 last week, by the way. We weren't in love. No, far from it. Carter struck out, right? Struck out swing. There we go. No, I'm sorry. It was a fly ball. I'm sorry. Almost had to get Kyle to pay attention for me. I didn't write that down. I was trying to worry about a song. All right, folks. So the Panthers 7-0. We go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the order. 8-9-1 coming up for the Lady Panthers here. Oh my God! Tell Eddie put a shirt on, man. Come, don't send a picture. Oh my God, Eddie, put a shirt on, man. God's sake! Me and Ava, we can't see. Me and Ava can't see now. God, it's terrible.
Leading off for the Lady Panthers in the bottom of the third, your center fielder, number 1, Terwin Kelly.
Eddie Rollins is with his daughter. He's got no shirt on. Eddie, come on, man. He didn't work that hard today. He probably went to work with no shirt on. And Kelly pops it up lazily to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. First pitch.
Left fielder number 3, Jenna Newsom.
Brings up Jenna Newsom. So the Panthers scored 7. You thought it was going to maybe be over in 3, not to be bad about it. But last inning, the Panthers only had 1 base runner. Got out of the inning. And there's a foul ball straight back. Madison Parker, your pitcher tonight. Not done a bad job. She's throwing strikes consistent. couple plays behind her that are, a couple drop balls on line drives. But other than that, yeah, I know. Kyle just said he's at the lake. I know. That man does nothing. I think Eddie Rollins, he's probably at the lake. Got his shirt off. Strike 2 to Newsom. Probably worked maybe an hour today. I'm going out on limbs that Eddie maybe worked an hour today. But we love you, Eddie. Molly, thanks for tuning in, guys. Good when former Panthers. Oh, you got to lean into that, Jenna. Ball 1. Man, it turned out to be a nice night, folks. We had to start the game at 6:30 because of the rain around 5 o'clock, thunder and lightning. Oof. I was in the concession stand. I don't do lightning. I've always told myself there's a ground ball down the third base line. It's going to be fair over the bag at third base. And Newsom, with her, now she's going for 2, and she's going to make it. So Newsom with a 1-out double.
Back to the top of your order, and your catcher, number 21, David Bird.
Brings up David Bird, who is 1 for 1 today. Here's the first pitch to Bird. Inside for ball 1. Excuse me, Bird's 2 for 2. Man, Kyle Buckley, I need you up here with me because I usually do a pretty good job keeping the book. I do. Hey, look, you can see. Look, I've got the book right there, right? I mean, it's pretty easy, pretty simple to read. I didn't put what David did last time because I was announcing she got a hit, and I didn't write down. I remember she hit that seed. That's right. Pass ball, and Newsom's going to take third. So Panthers now a little bit of business here. So 2-0 to David Bird. 7-0 Panthers, bottom of the third inning. Panthers scored 7 in the first. Again, trying to win this game and go back to Whitmire tomorrow so they can get out of school like around, noon? Stop at Chick-fil-A in Lancaster again. I think I'd stop somewhere else. They've stopped twice. I think tomorrow, I'm thinking Popeyes or something. You know what I mean? Something different. Zaxby's. There's Zaxby's on the right-hand side. Yeah, Zaxby's on the right-hand side. I'm going to say something to Bill and Donna to win this game. Hey, don't go to Chick-fil-A tomorrow. Zaxby's on the right-hand side. Here's the 3-0 to Bird. Outside ball 4.
Second baseman, number 5, Sydney Matthews.
Brings up Sydney Matthews. Sydney's over 2 today. No. Man, I am drunk. Am I drunk? What is in this thing? Hold on. You want to taste it? This is Diet Dr. Pepper. Do you want to give it a sip? Good Lord, I didn't write down what Sydney did last time. Stolen base by Bird. She's going to stand up easily right there. I just didn't circle what she did in this little book right here. She flew out to the center field her first time up. And then, gosh, I forgot what Sydney did. Seriously, I'm sorry, folks. I don't know. The EOC's over in history. Apparently, I just started drinking after I drove that bus today. I drove a bus route, helping people out, taking kids home. That's what I do. Here's the 1-1. Matthews swings, misses, strike 2. So the Panthers have second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Matthews trying to get these girls home. 7-0 Panthers. She swings and hits a little looper towards short. It's got a bounce and it's going to get through the legs. Has a lot of spin on it. There's a play at third, but Bird's going to slide in safely. Okay, I'm going to write that down. So Newsom scores to make it 8-0 Panthers.
Shortstop, number 2, Lily Beasley.
What sucks, Avon? I don't want to be that. Let me hit right there. Let me knock on wood. This could be the last home game of the year. This could be the last time we're here. If we win this game, we got to go to Whitmire tomorrow and win 2 games. If not, as Boys to Men once sang, it's the end of the road. That's too old for you as well. End of the road, Boys to Men. Wild pitch, and Bird's going to score right there. Now it's 9-0 Panthers. Matthews gets the third. Beasley takes ball 1. Sydney was hit by a pitcher second time. How did I not circle that? Thank you, Aaron. Sydney was hit by a pitch. Man, I'm not right now. I mean, I've got everything written down. I don't know. Apparently, I've been drinking. I don't know. I ain't drank in 6 years, by the way. And Beasley with a base hit by the third baseman makes it now 10-0 as Matthews scores easily. Let me circle that, folks. That's a single.
Pitcher number 10, Talon Irvin.
You want to hear Bohemian Rhapsody, seriously? We'll play that after the game because that way you can hear the whole thing. You know what I mean? I can play what? I don't have that one either. Chicken what? Chickatita. Oh, yeah, sure, no. I could play some. Irvin hits a high fly ball to left field, and the left fielder misplays it. Gets over her head. Beasley had to wait. They're going to send Beasley. Here's the throw by the shortstop, but it's not going to be in time. Irvin's going to try to take third. She does, and shortstop was backing up right there. So Irvin with the double. Beasley's going to score. She goes to third on the play at the plate. And that brings up
First baseman number 13, Kendra Chestnut.
so an RBI for Irvin right there. Yeah, I'm trying to write all this down. I guess, instead of really, I could go back and watch. But you know what's funny? I've never gone back and watched a game. Like, I announce it, but I've never gone back and watched one. Chestnut with a lazy fly ball that actually hit off the net. I thought the catcher caught it. Did a good job of selling it. We couldn't see the top. Actually hit the net. She caught it, but it's not an out. So 11-0 Panthers now. Bottom of the third. If they can score 4 more this inning, it's a ball game. Chestnut 2 for 2 today. Ground ball down the third base line, but foul. And the umpire didn't say foul ball, though. I mean, it would have been nice for him to just say, hey, foul ball, because you're supposed to. You don't say anything on a fair ball to foul ball. You actually put your hands up and say foul ball. Chestnut 2 for 2, 2 singles. Here's the 0-2. A hard ground ball to the right side is going to score Irvin. Good job of hitting right there to get the RBI. And that's going to make it 12-0 McBee.
Third baseman number 4, Olivia Talbert.
Her name's not Olivia, but I just like to say Olivia right there. So if she gets mad at me later, it's all good. Hey, you know what we'll play next, man? I got the next song ready to play. Outside for ball 1 to Olivia Talbert. Talbert is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. Flied out to the first baseman last time up. She takes outside ball 2. So after going stagnant, hey, stagnant. That's like an EOC word. After going stagnant in the second inning, Panthers have scored 5 this inning. There's a ground ball at third baseman. Talbot looks like she's going to beat it out. She does. Kind of a bad throw by third baseman. Brings the first baseman off.
Right fielder number 11, Addison Lloyd.
It's 12. 12-0 Panthers now. That's right. Kendra had the RBI there. So 12-0 Panthers. Brings up Addison Lloyd. The Panthers have batted around. 9th batter of the inning. And I don't know why Addison didn't swing at that pitch because it was right down the freaking middle. I mean, you can't. Frank the Tank, I will do that for you. Frank the Tank wants to hear a song by the Rolling Stones, and I actually have that song. I'll do it for you, Frank. Addison takes outside for ball 1. That's it, Addison. Take the first pitch down the middle of the plate. It's always fun calling games and watch your daughter, folks. 1-1 count to Lloyd with 2 outs here in the third. Outside ball 2. Panthers scored 5 this inning. 12-0 Lady Panthers. Again, trying to go back to Whitmire tomorrow for a 5 o'clock contest. Got to beat them twice. It's doable. 2-1 pitch to Lloyd. High, ball 3. So after taking the first pitch down the middle, Lloyd has worked the count to 3-1 in her favor. Talbot on first. Turned out to be a pretty night. After the rain, everything got some sun going on, man. It's nice. Here's the 3-1 to Lloyd. Outside ball 4. So maybe she knew what she was doing taking that first pitch. I don't know.
Center fielder number 1, Terwin Kelly.
Now we got a meeting at the mound of Calhoun County. Uh-oh. I'm going to do this. I don't care. This is old school. If anybody at home can hear this. This was cool when I was like 12 years old. Remember this? It takes two to make a thing go right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to go back and play that after the game, man. God, I thought that was going to be a longer break. Dang it. I hate when you have to cut a... Don't you hate it like when you're in the truck and you turn on the radio and it's like the final verse of a song comes on that you absolutely love? Kelly takes high for ball one. And you know you have the song on your... Oh, I'm getting critiqued I'm getting critiqued by Molly, telling me to take it easy on Addison. She's a baby. She's 16. Kelly swings through a change up there, strike one. I actually don't talk that. Like after a game, I won't say nothing to Addison. I'm like one of the few parents. I bet a lot of them do. I don't after a game. I very rarely say a word to Addison about the game. We talk about like, hey, what do you want to eat? You know. If she ever wants to talk to me about a game, I'll talk to her, but she doesn't. You know what? When I was done coaching baseball back in 22, when I said I'm stepping down so I was tired of missing Addison's games, to be honest with you. And I said I'm not going to be that dad that misses, and then her senior year I'm going to show up for all the games. I want to be there and watch. And I remember going up to Addison and said, Addison, let me ask you something. 2-1 to Kelly here, bottom of the third, in the dirt for ball three. I said, Addison, let me ask you a question. She said, what? I said, if Don and Bill were to ask me to help coach, like come out there and help coach, would that be okay? She said, no. I said, okay. That's all I needed to know. So, I'm done. My coaching days are over, Ava. This is what it is. Here's the 3-1 to Kelly inside for ball four. Apparently, I didn't know what I was doing half the time anyway, from what I hear. Oh, good.
Left fielder number 3, Jenna Newsom.
Jenna Newsom with bases loaded. Hey, if she gets one in the gap right here and scores 3, this game's over. We can hear some Bohemian Rhapsody. Here's Newsom. Takes high for ball one. Newsom is 1 for 2 today. Got a base hit last time up. Again, folks, Newsom hasn't played on. She had a concussion about a little over a month ago, so really been kind of out of the lineup. She's been back in left field, but this is her first game back hitting since the concussion. And it was weird how it happened. We were playing Lee Central, and a foul ball went over toward dugout and it bounced into the dugout and actually hit her in the head. It's crazy. Bases loaded. Newsom takes inside. Ball 3. So the Panthers have batted around +1. This is the 11th batter of the inning. You have Talbert on third, Lloyd on second. You have Kelly on first. Newsom taken all the way for strike one. I think the Capitals are on tonight. Get to watch the Cap down 3-1. Dadgummit. Go home and watch some hockey tonight, folks. If you don't watch hockey, you need to. Man, it's fun. It's fun to watch. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Newsom. Low in the dirt, ball 4. Hey, it's an RBI in the book. So Talbert scores the 13th run.
Top of the order in your catcher, number 21, Dava Bird.
And I think Bird has a chance to put this game away right here. If she gets a base hit, scores 2. I didn't even put Addison got on base there, and Addison's finally on third. Bird hits a ground ball on the third base line, but it's foul. 4th time up for Bird. She batted twice in the first inning. And this is her 2nd time up this inning. Bottom of the third, 13-0 Panthers. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1 hit, this probably be the ball game. Bird hits a little, oh, no, she didn't. A lot of spin on it, and that's going to be out number 3. Oh, man. Oh, I got to play my song for Frank the Tank right here, folks.
Panthers score 6. We go to the top of the 4th. 13-0 McBee.
Just for you, Frank the Tank, little mixed emotions by the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones have been out since like the 60s. That's crazy. I wasn't even born. And I told you this might happen, so now we've got to switch. You got Olivia Talbert now pitching for the Lady Panthers. Got my book straight now. So the Panthers have batted 3 times, actually their 4th time, and Calhoun County is about to bat for their 2nd. Actually, the 3rd batter's coming up for the 2nd time tonight. 13-0 Panthers, as you see, folks. We're going to the top of the 4th.
Olivia Talbert now pitching for the Panthers.
Talbert goes to the mound, switches with Irvin, who will go to 3rd. And it looks like Lake and Allison playing first base. Yep, give me some subs right here. All right, let's see what we got here.
Lake and Allison at first base, and Emily Ramos in left field.
So this is what you missed church for, Ava. And you're doing like your dad. Like, I don't think people actually, because you have the headsets on, but you have the, do me a favor, put your microphone down. Just say hi to everybody so people know you're real. Can you just say hi real quick? Can you turn yourself on? Go ahead.
Hi.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's Ava Tiller. Because a lot of people, like my mom, thinks your dad's not real. Because I'm up here all the time, and he's got the headset on, but he never talks. You know what I mean?
Leading off for the Saints in the top of the 4th. Left fielder number 23, Mackenzie Sykes.
So I gave Frank a little shout out there with a little Rolling Stones, a little mixed emotions. There you go, Frank the Tank. Great song. Apparently that must be Frank the Tank's favorite Stones song. It is mine. I don't know. Can't You Hear Me Knocking's a good one. I think it's because some of the first lyrics of the song, then after that I can turn it. Mackenzie Sykes struck out her first time up. Now facing Olivia Talbert. So Talbert now pitching for the Lady Panthers here in the top of the 4th. 13-0 Lady Panthers. Here's the first pitch from Talbert. Little fly ball down the right field line and foul. Lloyd was actually playing the line, but couldn't get to it. She would have had to have her daddy's speed. If she had her daddy's speed, man, she'd have had that like nothing. We'll just say that. How about that? Talbot gets ahead of Sykes. Now she throws it overhand. I was like, what is she doing? I didn't think she called time. I dude, she's about to throw a fastball. All right, Talbot rocks back. Here's the 0-1. Swings. Is he called? Yeah, he did call a strike. Oh, Frank the Tank is a big Doobie Brothers fan. Yes, you are, Frank. I think I've got some Doobies in. You know what? I don't think I have Doobies on my playlist, and I have like so many songs. Crazy. What am I doing? I call myself a music man. High and outside for ball 1. Some changes. Emily Ramos goes to left field for Jenna Newsom. Taylor Irvin and Olivia just switch spots. And Talbot, strike 3 to Sykes.
First base number 16, Alexa Tamayo.
It brings up Alexa Tamayo, who walked her first time up and then got thrown out trying to steal second. And Lake and Allison now goes to first base for Kendra Chestnut. There's your changes. Strike on the inside from Talbot to Tamayo. Oh, 1. Outside corner. Good pitcher. Late movement for strike 2. And it's 13-0. The strike zone is going to be expanded right here. Frank the Tank just said you were just thinking. Think so, Frank? Man, she hit that one hard. Allison put a glove on it. Just got by her. First hit of the night for Calhoun County.
Center fielder number 22, Marissa Craven.
So first hit of the night for the Saints. Here in the top of the 4th. Ball 1 to Marissa Craven. Struck out swinging her first time up in the second inning. 13-0 Lady Panthers. 7 in the first, 6 in the third. Tower inside fastball, fouled off to the right-hand side. 1-1 count. Ava, what is your major? You're going to be a teacher. Is there any way I can talk you out of it? Is it bad? Well, I'm in year 26. 2 more years, I'm out. It's a different world. But you have to have a good changeup by Talbot right there. And Craven was way out in front, swung and missed, and looked down the third base line like, oh, geez, what'd I do? That was just a really good pitch by Talbot. So 1-2, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Fly ball off to the right-hand side, but it's going to go out of play and behind the first base dugout, Lady Panthers dugout. Elementary ed, like what grade do you want to teach? Your minor's studio arts. You want to be an art teacher. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You want to be the next Bob Ross. That's what I'm talking about. I haven't watched that documentary on him yet. Inside, try to stick her leg out to take the hit by a pitch, but just didn't work. So ball 2. So it's 2-2 to Craven. Tamayo takes second base on the wild pitch there. The only second time tonight that the Saints have gotten a runner on second. Now she's trying to go to third. Well, Bird Gunner, there's the throw to third, but it's going to be too late. So Tamayo takes third on another wild pitch. And that makes it 3-2. So it's a full count to Craven. She's worked her way back. It was 1-2, but she's worked her way back to a full count here. Here's the payoff pitch from Talbot. It's in the dirt again, and another wild pitch. But Tamayo does not go. So the Saints have first and third here. Second base, number 11, Haley Carter. Brings up Haley Carter, struck out swinging her first time up. I think there was a documentary on, I don't know, is it Netflix or something on Bob Ross? Isn't there some kind of documentary on him? I'm a documentary guy. Like the kids at school they know I'm old. I don't watch movies. I watch documentaries. I like to see stuff that happened. Ball in the dirt. And Craven was halfway there. I don't know why she just didn't take second. Probably would have gave it to her. But she goes back to first. So it's 13-0 Panthers here on the top of the fourth. First and third for the Saints. Talbot rocks back. Here's the 1-0. A little ground ball towards short. Play at first is safe. Now they might have her at third, though. They got her on a rundown. All you got to do is tag her. Go get her. Good job. And Irvin tags her. And really good job defensively there by David Bird as well. David Bird, nobody was at third. She goes to cover third there. So I'll have to come back to that in a second, folks. Just hold on. That was a fielder's choice. She's going to be there at first. Actually, it was a single, to be honest with you, because she beat out the throw. I'll come back to that other one in just a second. So the run scores. So it's 13-1. Tamayo scores. Brings up the right fielder number 4, Elamina. I didn't get a chance to introduce her. I'm sorry. Right fielder number 4, Elamina. And what are you doing? Throw it back. Now you got her. We threw it late. You got to throw it sooner than that, Lakin. Kind of had her in the rundown there. All right, so let's go back. This girl's going to be out on a – Three to 5. That's what that was. That's the second out. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the book too, folks. Oof. Line drive foul, the right-hand side over here. So Calhoun County scratches a run across here in the fourth inning. It's 13-1 now, Lady Panthers. Elamina, who walked her first time up last inning, facing an 0-2 hole to Olivia Talbot. Guess I should get a song ready, shouldn't I? Just in case. Outside for ball 1. Outside ball 2. So 2-2. 2 outs. Top of the 4th. 13-1 Lady Panthers. Elamina at the plate. I like that name. Elamina. Swings and misses. Strike 3.
1 run, 1 hit, 1 left on for the Lady Saints. We go to the bottom of the 4th. McBee 13, Calhoun County 1.
What, Frank the Tank? You're leaving us to watch the NBA. I don't think those words have ever been typed in my life. Hold on, you got to do this every time you hear the song. Right about here. Yeah, you got a little hand clap in the middle there, where they'll take the money and run. Frank the Tank just sent a text. Folks said, "Hey, fixing to leave you. Going to watch the NBA. Who watches the NBA? Seriously? Jordan's not playing anymore, Frank. Bird's not playing anymore. What are we doing?" Cray cray. Frank the Tank, those words have never been uttered in the few years that I've broadcasted football or softball. Fixing to leave you, going to watch a little NBA. Really? I know it's 13-1, Frank, but the NBA, you could have said something like, "Hey, man, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go watch CSI Miami." Or CSI, how many CSIs are there now? Like CSI, maybe you're going to watch CSI Patrick or something. You know what I mean? Come on. What are we doing? Enjoy the NBA, Frank. What the heck? It's pretty funny, though, that the best player in the NBA is an overweight Serbian whose name is Jokic, Nikolai Jokic. Dude's a player. So 13-1 Lady Panthers. Now we're talking about stuff that people at home probably aren't even like, what are we talking about now, man? 13-1 Lady Panthers. We're in the bottom of the 4th here. Sydney Matthews is going to lead off in just a few minutes if Calhoun County comes out and takes the field. I don't know what they're doing. Coach came in. There's some subs, I believe. I don't know. They only have 1 sub. Let's see. I'm not sure what's going on. Calhoun County has not taken the field yet. Might have time for another song, Ava. Can't go wrong with Steve Miller Band. Okay, they're talking about where they're going. Okay, Calhoun County now taking the field. Looks like we have a new pitcher. And that's going to be number 22. Looks like the new pitcher is going to be number 22, Marissa Craven. I guess, I better hit pause, by the way. Because I don't know what's coming next, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, after this. Yeah, let's just keep playing Steve Miller. Back-to-back Steve Miller. Since we're waiting for Calhoun County to get straight out here. So Calhoun County's got a new pitcher. That's going to be number 22, Marissa Craven. And they've got some players going to different spots, but I don't really know what's going on right here. So you want to be an elementary ed art teacher. That's awesome. Every day, finger painting. That's what I'm talking about, man. The kids will love you. What are we doing today, Miss Tiller? Finger painting, man. Let's go. Make mom and dad a card. No. And they go home, they got like finger painting all over their clothes. At least they knew they did something, right, while they were in class. You know? That's right. Chalk. Yeah, you just want to do that chalk on the sidewalk stuff. That's all you want to do. Folks, again, sports banquet at McBee is going to be actually next Monday. This Monday evening coming up, 6 o'clock in the McBee High Gym. Again, good luck to Coach Josh Tiller and the McBee Panther baseball team, district champs last night. Finally find out they're going to go to Abbeville tomorrow for Game 1 of the Upper State Championship. There'll be 4 teams left in the Upper State, 4 in the Lower State. And honestly, all 4 teams left in the upper state are kind of even. I kind of have the pitching matchup, those got to go to McBee and Josh just because they're well rested. And they're the only team right now that hasn't played 2 to win the district title.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Lady Panthers is the second baseman, number 5, Sydney Matthews.
I might want to hit pause right there, Chris. So Matthews leads off the bottom of the 4th and takes strike 1 from the new pitcher, again, number 22, Marissa Craven. A little outside for ball 1. All right, let's score 3 runs this inning. Score 3, we go home. Score 3, we can get down to concession stand and get some of those. You had the chicken bacon ranch fries? Very good. Very good. Did you load them? Matthews with a fly ball to center field. And a center fielder, to be honest with you folks, Marissa Craven. Actually, no, that's the one pitcher. I don't know who's playing center now. That's number 7. That's Michaela Craven.
Shortstop number 2, Lily Beasley.
Matthews hit it good, but the center fielder didn't have to move. She was right there in the exact spot where Matthews hit it. Dadgum. Matthews hit it on those. Now Beasley hits one foul down the right field line. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. If the Panthers, even if they don't score here, all they got to do is get 3 runs in the. You know what I'm going to do next inning? I wish Dr. Lovelace was listening. We have a former teacher. You know Dr. Lovelace, probably one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet in your life. And, of course, you've heard me talk about his wife, Miss Laura Lovelace, the Chesterfield County School District Teacher of the Year, announced last week. I wish if Dr. Lovelace was listening, I wish he'd let me know. Because I'm about to throw some. He's going to like what I'm going to play next inning. Little Stevie Ray Vaughan. You know Stevie Ray Vaughan? Do you know Stevie Ray Vaughan? Okay, never mind. You're 19. Here's the 0-2 to Beasley. Beasley has won the right field. It's going to drop in front of right field. A good piece of hitting right there. Single for Beasley. So 1 out single by Lily.
Third baseman number 10, Taylor Irvin.
Brings up Taylor Irvin, the third baseman. First pitch to Taylor's high for ball 1. Okay, so we can talk music for a second. I know I've talked to your dad about this all the time about music. All right, so who's your favorite artist? Queen. Look at that. See, I can dig that, man. See, Queen's great stuff, man. Freddie Mercury might have the greatest, it's by far top 5 greatest singing voices of all time, man. I mean, his voice is just is amazing. Irvin hits a little blooper that's going to get over the shortstop's head. Beasley stays at second, even though the ball was bobbled right there. Probably could have, but you got to be smart.
First baseman number 8, Lakin Allison.
Brings up Lakin Allison for the first time tonight. So first and second for the Panthers. If they can score 3 this inning, we go home. Here's the first pitch to Allison. She hits a fly ball. Infield fly rule is in effect, so automatic out to the shortstop there.
Pitcher number 4, Olivia Talbert.
Queen, what's your favorite Queen? Hold on, let me guess. I guess Bohemian Rhapsody is your favorite Queen song. Mine is Under Pressure. Of course, that was with David Bowie. Although, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm going to go back. My favorite Queen song, seriously. And you know why it's my favorite Queen song? Because I saw a video one time. It's all over the internet when the last concert, and Talbot hits a base hit to the left of the shortstop, gets through to the outfield. Beasley's going to come home and score. Taylon's going to go to second. Talbot gets the base hit there.
Right fielder number 11, Addison Lloyd.
Brings up Addison Lloyd, who, if she hits a bomb right here, I'll buy her a new car. Don't worry, folks. We are safe. Love my daughter. All right, but if she gets a base hit right here, the game's over. So Irvin goes to third on the wild pitch. Talbot takes second. So ball 1 to Addison. If Addison gets a base hit and 2-run score, folks, that'd be the ball game. Here's the 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Did you ever watch the it's all over YouTube and stuff, but did you ever watch like the 20 or 25 minute when Queen did Live Aid? Was it live? No, it wasn't live. It wasn't live. What was it? It wasn't Live Aid, was it? Was it Live Aid? Remember they were in and the place was absolutely packed. I think it was Live Aid. And they played Radio Gaga. I love that song. So I think it was my favorite Queen song. So cool. And if you guys at home, Lloyd 3 takes an inside pitch at for 3-1 for strike. Wait for it and drive it. Come on. Outfield's playing it deep like you're going to hit a bomb right here. Ball 4 to Lloyd. Second walk of the game for her.
Center fielder number 1, Terwin Kelly.
If you folks at home have never seen it, man, Google. Is it Live Aid? Can you look it up? Look it up. I think is it Live Aid? I'm pretty sure it was like 19. If you look up the year, it was like 1985, maybe. Because didn't Freddie Mercury die like soon after that? Because if you watch the documentary on him, they didn't know if he could sing. It is Live Aid. Queen's performance of Live Aid is still to this day considered one of the greatest live performances of all time. So Kelly bounces into a fielder's choice right there. I'm going to throw some of this on her. Here we go. I'm going to just absolutely do it.
Panthers score 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Lady Panthers 14. Calhoun County 1.
I wish Dr. Lovelace was listening. He'd be proud of the fact I'm throwing some SRV out there. Steve Ray Vaughan died in a plane crash. Crazy stuff. If I'm not mistaken. I think I'm right about that. Anyway, but no, Queen, if you guys have not seen the live performance of Queen, they play the 4 or 5 songs. When he played Radio Gaga, was amazing. Just the way he had the whole crowd. I mean, it was like over 100,000 people. He just had the whole crowd in the palm of his hand. Freddie Mercury was great. Left us too soon, of course. But so your favorite song, Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, favorite band. Gotcha. What turned you on to Queen? Like, how did you? You're 19. I mean, Queen's like whatever. What kind of got you on Queen? Your dad, because your dad likes old music. I won't tell Terry that. My dad likes old music, Coach. The folks at home will be like, yeah, there we go.
Leading off, the Lady Saints in the top of the 5th, number 26, Anjali Sanchez.
I think I'm right about that. I think Steve Ray Vaughan died in a plane crash. Am I right? You got to look that up for me. Look it up. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Just put Stevie Ray Vaughan death. I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. I'm a music guy. I'm pretty sure he died in a plane crash. Helicopter plane. What was it? Yep, helicopter. Hold on, let me see it. It was Vaughan and 4 others killed in a helicopter crash in East Troy, Wisconsin after performing at Alpine Valley Music Theater. That's right, 1990. My God, I was 13. Right before my 14th birthday. Man can play some guitar. Still, to me, the greatest guitarist of all time. All right, folks, top of the 5th, McBee 14, Calhoun County 1. Panthers need 3 outs to get back to Whitmire tomorrow. Sanchez takes low for ball 1. Game 1 will be at 5 o'clock, so what will happen is the Panthers will have to beat Whitmire twice. So the Panthers are going to have to get the right frame of mind, have to get there. It can be done. Like I said, went to Whitmire, lost 3-1 at the game. We had chances to score. We had bases loaded 1 inning, and Addison hit one right back to the pitcher hard on the ground for a double play, though, and just could not make the most of our chances, and they did. If we can keep the leadoff hitter off, who's also going to pitch, if we can keep her off the bases, we got a really good shot. So, but she's a heck of a player. McKinley Epps is her name. You'll hear that name a lot. But a little ground ball to the right-hand side. Matthews stays down on it. Sanchez swinging away on 3-0.
Designated player number 3, Farrah Wisenhunt.
Brings up the designated player, Farrah Wisenhunt. Wisenhunt struck out swinging her first time up. Yep, Ronnie Seegers is paying attention. You're right. There he is. We were talking about, I thought so, Ronnie. I thought it was right. It was one of them. Thank you, Mr. Ronnie Seegers. Paying attention. He's watching as well. Steve Ray Vaughan died in a helicopter crash. Man, we do have people who pay attention and listen in. It's amazing. They probably turned the volume down, and it's on the closed caption at the bottom. What's Lloyd talking about? He's an idiot. Wisenhunt swings the strike 2. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-2 to Wisenhunt. Inside for ball 1. We will be there tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. Talk to Terry. We pretty sure you think so? We're going to be tomorrow back in Whitmire. We're going to be Whitmire. We're going to bring it to you, folks. We'll be there. Again, I can't tell y'all enough to please. Wisenhunt takes strike 3 on the outside corner.
Should be number 7, right? She's the catcher. Catcher number 7, Michaela Craven.
Folks, I know I've told you this over and over, and every time we start the broadcast, I tell you to do it. Please reach out to Terry Tiller and tell him thank you, man. He doesn't get paid anything for doing this. He just loves doing it. And I appreciate him asking to come along and just kind of announce and do some play-by-play with you guys. And I got a summer gig, by the way. I'm looking forward. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. I got a summer gig I'm looking forward to that is kind of up my alley. I'll be in Florence for this summer a lot, and I'll explain that to y'all. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it a little bit. Looking forward to it. Here's the 2 of them. Please, folks, again, when you see Terry Tiller, message him, text him, man. Tell him thanks for all he does, man, because this is good stuff to bring these games to you guys. A lot of people just can't watch. Of course, my mom back in Maryland, so this is right up her alley. Craven's got a 3-0 count right here. Talbot rocks back. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, strike. What? So I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. We go to Whitmire, so it's got to be between you. That's going to be inside for ball 4. So Craven walks, brings up shortstop number 5, Kaylee Carter. Brings up the shortstop, Kaylee Carter. Carter's 0 for 2 tonight. Saints only have 1 hit. That was last inning. Carter hits a fly ball towards left. Beasley's going to call it off, and that's the ball game, folks, right there. So F6, let me write that down. And that's going to be it. Let's get the music going here. I'm sorry, man. So that would be the song here I always play at the end, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, folks. Yeah, should be the ball game. That's it, guys. Yeah. All right, folks, that's your ball game. Final score, McBee 14, Calhoun County 1. Lady Panthers will now be back in action tomorrow night. They will go to Whitmire for the district championship, District 4 championship. They will have to beat Whitmire twice. First game will start at 5 p.m. Again, good luck to the Lady Panthers. Good luck to the baseball team tomorrow, traveling to Abbeville for game 1 of the Upper State. And also to our track athletes tomorrow. Busy day tomorrow for McBee. Track athletes will go to Lower Richland High School to compete for the state championship. So tomorrow, here's what we got to do, Ava. You're going tomorrow, right? Okay, so we have to, and Austin will be there. So your dad can't keep the scoreboard. Nothing against him, love him, because I'm superstitious. So Austin kept it last week. We scored 21. You kept it tonight. We scored 14. Now, I understand the level of competition. You know, again, Whitmire is going to be way different. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're going to make plays. And I'm not bashing. They're just going to, you know how it is. They make plays by whatever. But I think tomorrow, you know, I love your dad. He's a great guy. But I'm a superstitious person. I think tomorrow, you and Austin, it's going to be a coin toss. We'll let you keep the score. See if we can get some more of these runs against Whitmire. You know what I mean, man? We like 10 or 15 each game would be great. Man, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Well, I got to find Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't have it, but I'm going to find it on search after this song. We'll play Bohemian Rhapsody for Ava up here for helping out. Again, Terry's at church, folks. Hopefully he's praying for us. He's a man of God. Apparently me and Ava are heathens. And we wanted to bring the game to you, and we did. So, folks, final score here in McBee. Lady Panthers win 14-1 in the elimination game, so they do advance to the district championship. It would be District 4 championship tomorrow night. And that'll be a 5 o'clock start time against Whitmire, the Wolverines. So that should be a good one. And great atmosphere. That's a good place to watch a softball game, too. I think Ava knows that last year we talked, but we went there for the first game at Upper State last year. Just a great atmosphere. It's a rec field, but In the outfield, all the trucks back up to the fence. Behind the where we are, like behind the screen, will be a bunch of people sitting in chairs, and they're very. I'm not being funny. Very respectable. Usually when you have people backing up the fences, they're talking smack to players, blah, whatever. It's not like that. Whitmire is a very respectable fan base. I say that watch tomorrow, something will happen. You know what I mean? Something will break out like what happened at Dollar Tree. That woman drove that car through the daggum Dollar Tree. Only in South Carolina, folks. All you got to do is Google it. Fun times. So that's what we got tomorrow. Baseball, big day for McBee High Athletics tomorrow. So the girls will be on the road at Whitmire for a 5 o'clock game. Coach Josh Tiller, the baseball team, is going to be on the road to Abbeville. They're the number 1 team in the state, by the way. But I really like our chances tomorrow against Abbeville. I really do. We got our number 1 pitcher on the mound. We got Hayden on the mound. Abbeville is going to be short of arms because they've had to play 15 innings in the past day and a half. So should be a good one tomorrow. Our game starts at 5. We'll have that one on Game Changer at 6 o'clock, trying to follow along with that. And again, folks, our track team, some of our athletes will be competing for a state championship tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Lower Richland High School in Hopkins, South Carolina, just a little bit southeast of Columbia. Ava, enjoyed it. Always fun. Yeah, good times, man. Glad you're home from college. And like I said, tomorrow, folks, we are going to broadcast for you. We'll be in Whitmire to bring you the district championship. Hopefully we'll be there all night and play 2 games. Hopefully we can win 2 and come back here as district champs and start the Upper State. I believe Saturday would be the start of the Upper State Championship. So, hey, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow night.